I'm so excited to be here on behalf of Só Dança and the new series Barre Talk, and we have the beautiful Jacquelyn Long here with us today. Hello, Jacquelyn.
Hey guys, hey everyone.
Thank you for joining Barre Talk today. Where are you in quarantine?
So currently I'm back home at my mom's house in Virginia Beach, Virginia. She has a studio, so I've been working there and teaching a little bit while Houston Ballet's been off.
Okay, and are you excited to get back to Houston Ballet and to start dancing again at some point? Who knows when that's going to be?
Yes, definitely. I'm ready to be back in the studio and dancing. I keep dreaming about it, and I'm like doing something on stage, and I wake up and I was like, oh wait, I must be missing something in my life.
You're like, what's happening right here in my living room? So can you tell us a little bit about how you started? Did you grow up in Virginia Beach? Can you tell us how you started and where your training started and all of that?
Totally. So I'm from Virginia Beach. My mother actually was a professional ballet dancer. She danced with Cleveland San Jose Ballet. So I was kind of doing tendus and passes since like day one. I trained at Virginia Ballet Theater, and then my mom and Janina Bove, they started another school, Ballet Virginia. And so I studied there until I was 16, which is about 10 years ago now. And that's when I moved down to join the second company of Houston Ballet. And now I'm still with Houston Ballet Company Soloist. So.
Oh, that's amazing. And when did you become a soloist?
I think 2016.
Okay,
yeah,
and do you remember how it happened? Because we talked to Sasha DeSola, and she said it for her, like, she's like, I literally was running off stage changing, and he was like, and by the way, you're a soloist. Like, how did that happen for you?
So mine was like, I think my first promotion, which was we have the Demi rank and then we have the soloist rank. And I had my first promotion to Demi soloist. They both happened in 2016, the same year. I was doing the Russian Girl in Serenade, and I think I had done the show the previous night, and the next morning after class, I was called into the office, and they were like, we want to promote you to Demi soloist. Like, we think you've been doing really great with this role, and we kind of wanted to pair the two together. And my mom was coming the next weekend, and I was super excited. It was such a fun role to do, so it like holds so much more, I think, value in my heart because I got that promotion then. And then the soloist was the following year. I was dancing a work by Welch Chamber, Son of a Chamber, and another, his Madame Butterfly was kind of the other woman in that. So that's when I got promoted as well.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. So good. Okay, so the next section we'll do, which I'll cut together, is the speed round. But Jacquelyn, can you do me a favor? I forgot. Are you filming B-roll by any chance?
I am. It's okay. Kind of upside down because I have it charging, but I'll redo it. 1 second. I'll stop that and then I'll do another one.
Just in case we have sound problems, I learned that one from Charles Askegard, and I didn't do the B-roll because I was rushing, and then I needed it to cut it in, which was like a problem. Okay, are you ready?
I am ready. My dog is right here, and I apologize if there's any barking, but he should be good.
Hold on a second. You have your dog? Can we see your dog?
This is Seba.
Oh my gosh! He looks like a ballet dancer.
Yeah.
So cute. Oh my gosh, what kind of dog is that?
He's a Pomeranian. So he's Sebastian's dog.
Did he come home with you from Texas?
Yep, we drove together, so it was a long drive.
I love it. Okay, well, this is for the two of you. We're going to start our favorite, which is our speed rounds. You have to be as speedy as just what comes off the top of your head. Okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Browns or Texans?
Texans.
Sleeping Beauty or Nutcracker?
Sleeping Beauty.
Center Stage or the Turning Point?
Center Stage.
In ballet class, Adagio or Grand Allegro?
Grand Allegro.
Dog or cat?
Dog.
Christmas or Halloween?
Christmas. Totally Christmas.
Sushi or Italian?
That's really hard. I think Italian.
Oh, girl after my own heart. Okay. Germany or Italy?
I haven't been to Italy, so I have been to Germany, so I will say Germany, but I have yet to get to Italy.
You have to go to Italy. My boyfriend and I were supposed to go for the month of May, and it was just gone now. So I can't wait to go like in a year. I can't wait to show him Italy. Okay, Cavs or Rockets?
Oh, it was Browns and the Texans. Okay, I knew the Browns. Okay, shoot, we're doing sports. I was like Texan. I didn't hear the Browns part. So one, Browns.
Me too.
For that. Okay, the Cavs. I'm a Cavs girl, but I think I've been to more Rockets games.
Okay.
And LeBron left the Cavs, so maybe the Rockets.
Oh, okay. Soccer or basketball?
Basketball.
Wielden or Peck?
Peck.
So hard, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Biscuit or bagel?
Biscuit.
Balanchine or Petapa?
Balanchine.
Aladdin or The Little Mermaid?
The Little Mermaid.
Twizzlers or popcorn?
Twizzlers.
Romeo and Juliet or Peter Pan the Ballet?
Romeo and Juliet.
Britney or Madonna?
Britney.
LeBron or Michael Jordan?
LeBron.
I love LeBron too. I mean, I love Michael Jordan, but
Yeah.
From when LeBron was in Miami. Okay, gym or Pilates?
I think Pilates, but I've kind of, quarantine's made me a little bit more of a gym girl. So I don't know.
What's your favorite? Like, do you like weightlifting at the gym or you like plyo?
Well, I kind of just enjoy doing like the HIIT training exercises where you just go like hard for 15 minutes doing burpees and everything. And it's been my kind of cardio while I can't jump. So.
Oh, that's the thing right now for dancers, right? Keeping those thighs strong above the knee. I know it's a thing. Okay, last one. This Is Us or Stranger Things?
This Is Us.
Always the tears, right? Like
yes. Romeo and Juliet. This Is Us. Yeah, I like my drama.
You did so good! Yay!
Except for I like missed the sports one in the beginning.
You know what though? But I love that you were even like. What's her name?
Sebastian.
Sorry, Sebastian.
You're good.
Little Mermaid. That should have been like perfect. Okay. So, first question.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready? First question.
Yes.
Here we go. And this is actually, I think, harder than everything. Is what do you love most about ballet?
Okay. Hold on, my brother just left and now my dog's barking. I'm like, 1 second. Come here, Seb. Seb, stop. Come here. Stop.
Okay.
Go. Okay. Oh, he's not stopping. Come here. Okay, now I'm here. Okay, I'm back. So sorry.
Give me just a second. All right, so I think that sometimes this question could actually be the hardest. Okay. So what do you love most about ballet?
That is hard. Okay, what do I love most about ballet? I think I love everything that it's like given me as a person to like just kind of be pretty broad probably, but you know, it's given me so many relationships and friendships in my life and this amazing career. I mean, that's probably a pretty broad statement, but I think everything that it's brought to me, I've been super grateful and thankful for. Specifically in ballet, what I love is performing. Like that's why I do it. I love it and love working on something every day. But yeah, I think it's also now as I've like kind of been a dancer, I think I've been a professional dancer now for 8 years. I can really look back and see what it's brought into my life, and I think it's really special.
Okay, so with that being said, I think the fact that you've gone through the journey and it's still new to you and you're in the middle of the journey, what do you think that dancers need to possess to have a good career so that it's not, you know, just mentally heavy or physically heavy, but to really relish in these moments because they're so short, you know, like what's advice that you can give to the younger dancers?
I think the best advice I can give to younger dancers is to be a sponge. Like take in everything that is given to you. Choreographers want that, directors want that, teachers want that. And when they see that quality in you more so than they see anything physically, like that is such a strong quality. And if you don't have that, so many heads will turn away from you. So I think just being open to everything is it's just the best advice I can give, because you have to be able to do everything now as a professional ballet dancer. You really do. So I think that's
I talk about this a lot in the classroom, because once you get to a certain level of ballet, everybody's got legs, everybody's got feet, everybody's got a beautiful neck, everybody's got a beautiful port de bras. So like, what is gonna set you apart? And I think that is what's gonna set you apart, is that I always use the word curiosity, right? Like that curiosity about every part, every role, every step, every person. I think that that's what's so important, you know?
Totally.
Oh, what a beautiful statement. Okay. What do you love about partnering work? I don't think that people on the outside of dance understand like how special partnering work is, and, you know, being in that moment. So what is it that you love about partnering?
Okay.
I'm assuming the good partner would be like,
yeah, totally. I think what I love about partnering is that I can't speak. What I love about partnering is the connection kind of that you are creating with somebody. And, you know, now there's a few people that I generally kind of dance with, and each one of them is very different. So it's exciting to experience that on stage. And I guess now that I'm like I'm a soloist, and I'm kind of trying to push more doing those leading roles, you're doing more story ballets that are really invested. And that's kind of what I want to keep pursuing and keep doing, is making that connection and telling a story on stage. And then on a funnier side, my friend Harper and I, we were just joking about this actually. And he says sometimes on stage, like I'll be in the moment completely. And there was one time where I had to say, I was like, Harper, I need you to count this for me, because I know on stage I'm not going to count it. And I just need you to it was just a part where we did a lift, and we had to do it at the exact same time. And he like just kind of jokes me still about that. It's like, I know when Jack's on stage, I got to make sure she's with me. I'm all the way out here and just performing and giving sometimes.
I feel like, you know, partnering too, and that's what you're saying, is like communicating like what you need, right? Like, so that's a lesson for life, like with your partner. Like people are going to have bad days. People are going to fall on the floor, and you need that person to help you pick you up, literally.
Yeah.
You know? So I think, oh, that's so beautiful. And I love that you know that, like, I'm going to be lost in my zone. I'm going to need you to like drive the ship. Like, that's beautiful. And that's a sign of a good partner, them knowing that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So dance. It's my life, you know, whatever. But as of recent, I've really been discovering, especially during this time, I really love having like a healthy outside life, right? And other passions, and like turning it off really helps for me to turn it back on again, you know, and be even better. So aside from dance, do you have any other passions?
So I've just kind of started going back to college again. I did a little bit before I started my professional job. When I was in the second company, I was taking a few courses. So there's like a union community college that I'm doing. So I'm starting a little business course. So I think that's maybe blossoming into a new passion. And as well, I'm a huge animal lover. And being home right now, I've been going to the beach a lot. I love being one with the ocean.
You know, I have an uncle, he says the ocean teaches you everything you need to know.
I love that.
It does. Okay, I love that. Good. Okay. So I feel like a lot of times dancers, like you talked about being a sponge and being in the moment, a lot of times dancers stress. And most of the times when we stress, and I'm learning this right now in my life too, when we stress about something, it's actually the wrong thing. Like it's not actually, you know, the thing. But what do dancers get too stressed out about that in the long run, it really doesn't matter at all?
You know, I feel like a little bit of everything. I think I'm not this way. I know people that are like, the hair has to be perfect in order for them to go on stage. I'm not that way. I think a few times after some like shows, I've been like, oh, I really like messed this part up. And then you talk to people in the audience and they're like, I think that was the best time you've done it yet. And I think
always.
so, no, it's so, you can't be too concerned with like each moment, because life is going to keep going, and you just have to do it better the next time, I think, or attempt to do it better the next time.
I agree. Oh, what a good, we always have to attempt to do it better the next time, because we're not perfect, right?
Nope.
Okay, so what is your favorite ballet of all time that you just, when your heart is just overtaken by it?
Okay, so it's kind of, I have two. I would say, I think I usually say Manon first. Manon by Sir Kenneth Millen is my favorite ballet. The music, it's just like a dream role. I love that ballet. It's so beautiful, and I feel like
if you're a young dancer and you haven't seen it, you have to see this ballet. And if you know nothing about ballet and you're watching, you have to listen to the music and you have to see it.
It's so pretty. And then I think Romeo and Juliet as well, kind of that same passion, beautiful story, romance. I love. I think, yeah, romantic ballets, I think, are my favorite.
Do you have a favorite romantic comedy movie?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe we should turn romantic comedy movies into ballets.
Into ballets, switch. I always say The Sound of Music is my favorite ballet, but my favorite movie, but I don't know how.
That would be a great ballet, though. My dad loved that movie.
I love that movie.
Okay. What is your favorite exercise in ballet class?
I think kind of Manège or Piquet's turns across the floor is one of my favorites.
Okay, that's a first. We haven't gotten that one before, so thank you for being so original. What is the greatest lesson that you learned making that transition from being a pre-professional student to dancer? Because I feel like a lot of times we don't talk about that. Those transitional times need to be, we need to speak about that.
Yeah. One moment like sticks out with me, big style, was actually when I was already in the company, and it was one of my first opportunities after joining Houston Ballet, and I was getting to do the Snow Queen in the Nutcracker, and it was my first to do the stage is yours kind of moment. And I was in rehearsal for it, and my teacher, who was my teacher when I was in the school, Sabrina Lindsay, she said to me, like, you have to stop trying to be the Snow Queen, and you just need to be it, just do it. And I think that was kind of a real breakthrough for me, as I was trying to do all these things, and when I kind of put myself back and was like, I just become this person, I think mentally that changed something for me big time.
I mean, I think that's a really great lesson, because I say a lot of times that we have a vision of who we're supposed to be, when really who we are is enough.
Exactly.
And I think that, there's a reason you're standing there to be Snow Queen, not to envision somebody else doing that, which is really hard when you, when we have oral tradition.
Doing it, yeah. Especially it's hard to find that nuance, I think, yeah. But then later, when I got to do something like the Sugar Plum Fairy that I'd seen thousands of ballet dancers do, it was, I was prepared enough to just be myself doing it, and not trying to be somebody else being the Sugar Plum.
No, that's such a good thing. And I think that's a good thing for young dancers to take. Yes, we get so excited to get the part, and then we get the video of Sylvie Guillaume doing the part, and then we're like, you have to take yourself to it, Otherwise the tradition dies, if you don't bring yourself. Okay. Who is one of your favorite choreographers you have ever worked with?
Okay, this is hard. The first one comes to mind is Bill Forsythe. Working with him was just a dream. He's such a cool person in the studio, and I feel like he just really pulls things you didn't know you had out of you as a dancer to perform. but it's so hard. I feel like there's still so many choreographers I want to work with. And I'm a big Killian fan of Houston Ballet. We get to do so much Yuri Killian, but he doesn't fly over because he's afraid of flying. So I haven't gotten to work with him, but I love doing his ballets so much. And the people that do
a bad ballet in the lot of Killian at all.
So cool. And the people that he does come to set his stuff are excellent to work with. Like they're so awesome. And I think, those are my answers. They're kind of, I don't know. It's hard to choose one. And because I feel like I love so much diverse rep.
Yeah.
I can't, it's like I have to choose like a classical, a neoclassical, it's so hard.
I think you did a good job though. I think that's a strong showing there. Okay. What is your favorite channel on TV?
So I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't really have cable. I'm a Netflix kind of Hulu person, Amazon Prime. So, but I did say This Is Us earlier, so maybe NBC, because I do watch that on my Roku. But I also like HGTV. That's what I've been watching currently during quarantine.
You like all the projects that we do right now with a mask on. Okay. This is our last question. Can you believe it?
No.
Okay. If you could give one piece of advice to young dancers, what would it be?
Okay. Well, I already said being a sponge, and I already said be who you are. But I think the most important advice I could give a young dancer is to kind of know when to put your windshield wipers on, which is know when to focus on yourself and not look at all the other people around you. I think it's important to see all the other dancers around you and evaluate yourself, but I think it's also super important to be glued into yourself and know that if you focus on yourself, you're going to improve. If you don't focus on yourself, you won't. So I would say know when to put those blinders up and really go on for the race.
Say it one more time about the blinders.
So I would say know when to put your blinders up and just focus on yourself.
Oh, I love that. Charles Askegaard, he's our Man Crush Monday today. He talked about how most of the issues that he deals with as ballet master really have nothing to do with the dancer themselves. It has to do with not having those blinders on, and everything else. And so I think that that's a reoccurring theme. And the more that we can tell our young people that, the better.
Yeah, totally. And my boyfriend, Aaron, I feel like he's danced in so many different companies all over the world. And I feel like he's a really great example of someone who just is so focused on themselves and their work and his work ethic. And that's always been super inspiring to me. Like he'll push himself and he knows to just focus on that. And it's led him to amazing places. So I'm hoping it'll do the same for me.
I love it. Thank you so much for being with us today. Yeah, I hope you had a good time. And thank you for sharing your time with us. And I can't wait to see you dance on stage, not in your living room. Yes, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Okay, are you ready? On behalf of Barre Talk and Só Dança, Jacquelyn Long, and we are going to dance out.
Okay, I'm ready.
A little girl.